Okay. So regarding your strict interpretation of the Constitution, I think that bleeds a little bit into the many welfare programs you implemented. Want to say a little bit about that?
Yes, I took very serious the welfare programs I put into place. I approved increased appropriations for entitlements like food stamps, Medicaid, aid to families with dependent children. Also had a generous new program called the Supplemental Security Income to assist the indigent, aged, blind, and disabled. I also signed legislation in 1972 guaranteeing automatic Social Security cost of living increases to protect the elderly against the ravages of inflation. And prices rose more than 3% in any given year. I also, in 1969, implemented the Philadelphia Plan. It required construction trade unions to establish goals and timetables for the hiring of black apprentices.
Wow.
Yeah,
If only we had some of these programs around during the time of the Great Depression.
I know, that would have greatly helped.
Would have been a little bit smaller. All right, moving on again. Tell me a little bit about what happened with the Arabian nations and the energy crisis there.
Yes, so at the time, the Syrians and Egyptians were attacking the Israelis, and we thought they were going to spread communism to Israel. They're one of our allies at this point, and we sent $2 billion of war materials to Israel to help them out. In response, the Arabian nations put a blockade on oil for us, and this turned into a huge catastrophe. It was the end of cheap and abundant energy. The huge oil bills just halted our trade. It was very terrible what happened.
It does sound like a very large tragedy.
Yeah.
Taking a short break from the questions, I would like to say you do look very sharp tonight, Mr.
thank
Former
you.
President. But you know what would complement your look a little bit?
What's that, Timmy?
This pair of Ray-Bans.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
that.
no, it's for you. Everybody in the
Thank you.
studio pitched it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to pay them a visit later and say thank you.
Of course.
Wow. Huh? These things are dashing. Oh, no, stop.
Next, on to the next question.
Of course.
Well, you have done a lot of good things for the country within your presidency. You implemented a lot of nice welfare programs. You did some good things as vice president. But a lot of that is just really, put on a bad note because of your departure at Watergate.
Yeah.
Can you tell me exactly what was going through your mind when all that went down?
I guess the truth is all out at this point. So, back in 72, I sent 5 Republicans to spy on a Democratic meeting, and they planted electric bugs. And then I refused to give Congress the tapes. I attempted to make a cover-up for it, and I was forced to resign 2 years later in 1974. But it was a good presidency while it lasted, I guess you'd say.
I guess that's what happened when you play with fire.
Yeah, I want to know, I did everything for the good of this great nation and for the people, like removing the troops from Vietnam. I did not want any further bloodshed. I just wanted a peaceful end to this war, and I wanted this nation to be prosperous again.
All right, well, first of all, thank you for coming on the show, and we are going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will be back in just a few minutes.